So, they've made a live action Cats. And after watching the trailer, I don't think I'll ever get that image burned out of my mind. You may say, not as in the musical Cats. How would they even do that? The original Cats has the performers dressed up in cat suits, dancing in cat-like ways to catchy songs. It's obvious that they aren't actually felines, but we forgive them and use our imaginations, because it's a live musical and right now we don't have the ability to train animals to sing and dance. So how are they adapting this to a film? I would be hesitant to watch on because the answer is completely horrifying. Of course, when making the movie, I understand that they were faced with a hard choice. Do you dress the actors up in catsuits, like in the classic musical, complete with face paint? This wouldn't be confronting, and it would be what people are used to, but it would also look tacky on screen, and would just feel like a recording of the musical. Do you make the whole thing with CGI cats, like in the new Lion King? This would definitely be interesting because it is truly something that the musical cannot do, and would create the illusion of actual cats that was previously impossible to carry off. It would almost make the movie seem a little more warranted, because it would be offering something to the story once impossible to achieve. But it would also take away the choreography of the musical, perhaps make it harder to identify different cat characters, and honestly take away what really made Cats great, which is the people's performances. And then there's the option to make the characters hyper-realistic versions of the musical, weird blends of person and cat, which is what they went for. Honestly, all these ideas seem kind of terrible. I don't know which one I would have chosen, and so I'm not sure why this film is even being made. Well, actually, that's not true. It's obvious why it's being made. The easy cash grab made possible by the revamping of beloved characters and a rendition of the fabulous memories. But still, why? Why this musical? Aren't there better ones to choose from than this one? Where there's only one well-known song, most people wouldn't be able to tell you the storyline, and in order to create a version somewhat true to the original without looking low budget, they've had to create something absolutely terrifying. The thing is, I don't think that Tom Hooper is just in it for the money. I respect him as a director. I think he did a wonderful job on Les Mis, and it's clear that he really loves this musical and wants it to be shared with the world. I just don't know if this story, in its true form, really has a place on the silver screen. Perhaps the musical could be celebrated in some other way than just making a movie exactly like it. Could the story have been changed to a group of people in some strange alternate universe? Could they have been people part of a cult that called themselves cats, maybe acted like cats, but weren't actually cats? In my opinion, the best part of Cats is memories, and that song makes no reference to being a cat, so couldn't they just use cat imagery, allude to cats, but not be cats? And I'm sure you're thinking, well, then it wouldn't be Cats, would it? No, and that's kind of the point, because no matter what, this film isn't going to be Cats anyway. It's already been done, and part of what makes it what it is the medium through which the story is told. There's a reason it was made for the stage. There are certain things you can get away with when it's a live musical or stage play that you just can't on screen, because when we watch a movie, we want to be completely absorbed. We want to be fooled into thinking what we are seeing is real. We have that expectation because with all the time and money that's put into making a film, that's what it promises to be. However, we are a lot more forgiving when it comes to live performances because we know that the level of realism a film can offer simply can't be achieved. And so we go into it expecting to have to use our imagination for some things. And we simply allow the great performances and what they can do with the sets and costumes to be what carries the show. If we have no expectation of realism, we aren't taken out of the story with a jolt, the same way that bad CGI would take us out of a film. So the point of Cats the musical is to be a performance of talented people in cat suits. If you just made that a movie, we can't forgive the fact that they don't look completely like cats or like humans. It's very unsettling, and since the film is pushing the narrative of the musical, that they are actually cats, it just doesn't make any sense because they don't look like cats, no matter how small they are. I believe you can make a movie that honors something and tells a similar story without straight up just ripping it off. I think it would have been a wonderful showcase of good filmmaking if the creators could tell the same story with the same songs and tone and atmosphere, but with human characters. Imagine a movie like that, a fresh spin on a classic with clever nods to the original source. Otherwise, why do we need this? To easily gain the true experience of Cats, you can just watch the taped version of the musical. Look, I'm going to go and see this, and I am sure that it won't be terrible. It's going to have fantastic production value, and I'll probably enjoy my time watching it, but there will always be that unsettling feeling I'll have when I look into the faces of those creepy, humanoid manifestations of a furry's wet dream.